Chat, the W might be cooked, man. The W might be cooked. So for those who don't know what's going on, I'll take y'all through exactly what's going on. Napheesa Collier, I believe this is an exit interview. The Lynx did just get eliminated from the playoffs. Went on the podium today and addressed a bunch of things.
So first of all, I'd like to congratulate the Mercury for advancing to the finals. And I want to be clear, this conversation is not about winning or losing. It's about something much bigger. The real threat to our league isn't money. It isn't ratings or even missed calls or even physical play. It's the lack of accountability from the league office. Since I've been in the league, you've heard the constant concerns about officiating, and it has now reached levels of inconsistency that plague our sport and undermine the integrity in which it operates. Whether the league cares about the health of the players is one thing, but to also not care about the product we put on the floor is truly self-sabotage. Year after year, the only thing that remains consistent is the lack of accountability from our leaders. Sorry, I had to walk here in my boot. I'm kind of out of breath. The league has a buzzword that they've rolled out as talking points for the CBA as to why they can't pay the players what we're worth. That word is sustainability. But what's truly unsustainable is keeping a good product on the floor while allowing officials to lose control of games. Fans see it every night. Coaches, both winning and losing, point it out every night in pregame and postgame media.
Just for some additional context for those who don't know, this is coming from the legs of a very controversial play that happened between the Lynx and the Mercury a couple nights ago, where essentially Alyssa Thomas was going for a steal. They made contact after the fact. If y'all have seen the Pat Bev, Russell Westbrook play from like years ago, very similar to that situation. There's debates about if it was a dirty play or not. You know what I'm saying? The league has actually doubled down on the fact that it was a right no call. So this is the play right here. As you can see, Napheesa goes down. This is a very close game in a pivotal game. That's a crazy play. Goes on the fast break, lays it up. Phoenix goes up by 6. Pretty much game over, right? But then their coach just crashes the fuck out. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. Crashes the fuck out. She is on the court. Following the ref. Following the ref. They gotta hold her back, chat. They gotta hold her back. They gotta hold her back. Like, it is absolutely insane what the hell's going on. She's still going. She gets ejected. This is the other angle of her, like, essentially being escorted off the court. And she cussed out a fan talking about fuck you and fuck you too, right? And then in the post-game interview, I mean, it just kept going. Like, I'm talking about full-on cussing. You know, it's fucking malpractice. You know what I'm saying? I want to call for a change of leadership at the league level when it comes to officiating. Like, Cheryl did not hold back. She probably got fined. And then on the other side of the bracket, the Aces coach, Becky Hammond, also had some very similar things to say. Obviously not as harsh as Cheryl, but you know, they also came off of a pretty heartbreaking loss against the Fever. Now they got to go to 5 against them tonight, essentially an equivalent of a Game 7. And she had some words for the WNBA officials. So I just want y'all to know that is the context of Napheesa's comments. Quick interruption by the sponsors of this video, Myself Pussy. Yeah, I'm swearing in my own ad read because I am promoting my own app, Idea. I've been teasing this for like a month and a half now, but the app is finally out on the App Store. The Idea app is finally out on the App Store. For those who don't know what it is, I wanted to make a note-taking app made by a creator, myself, for creators. And what that means is a note-taking app that's made for spontaneous brain dumping. And it also has a completely different UI from your typical notes app. So I made it so that you making a note is like texting yourself. Like that's the feeling I wanted to give off. It's all about capturing first, organizing later. So if you have a fire video idea, dump it in Idea before you forget it. If you're an artist and you got a fire hook that you want to save, open up Idea, put on the voice memo, and save it for later. And I got some very, very big plans for the app. Like I'm talking about the app is just the beginning. Like I want this to be on Android. I want this to be on web, on desktop, like all of that. And I would definitely appreciate if you guys give it a try. It's free to download. It's free to try. But with that being said, back to the video.
Yet leadership just issues fines and looks the other way. They ignore the issues that everyone inside the game is begging to be fixed. That is negligence. At Unrivaled this past February, I sat across from Kathy and asked how she planned to address the officiating issues in our league. Her response was, well, only the losers complain about the refs. I also asked how she planned to fix the fact that players like Caitlin, Angel, and Paige, who are clearly driving massive revenue for the league, are making so little for their first 4 years. Her response was, Caitlin should be grateful she makes $16 million off the court, because without the platform that the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. And in that same conversation, she told me, players should be on their knees thanking their lucky stars for the media rights deal that I got them.
Ooh, and that's the bar right there, chat. That's the line right there that is very, very, very troublesome to me. Everything before that, her even saying only losers complain about referees, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really have a problem with that. Because low-key, I kind of agree. I kind of agree. You know what I'm saying? Like, coaches and players, they never complain when the call is in their favor, right? They never complain when the call is, it could be the wrong call. If the call is in your favor, you're going to shut the fuck up, right? But if the call isn't, that's when you start complaining. I don't got a problem with that. That second part, though, that second part is very, very troublesome. Let's run that back, because that was a lot right there, chat. That was a lot.
Are making so little for their first 4 years. Her response was, Caitlin should be grateful she makes $16 million off the court, because without the platform that the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. And in that same conversation, she told me, players should be on their knees thanking their lucky stars for the media rights deal that I got them.
So, statement number one, Caitlin wouldn't be making money without the W, right? That's statement number one, without the platform that the W gives her. That's statement number one. Statement number two, the players should be begging on their knees because of the media rights deal that she got them? Mind you, she is saying this to Napheesa. Like, this is a conversation that they had. Napheesa is, for those who don't know, like a top 5, most people consider her the second best player in the W. This is like Adam Silver saying this to Giannis or to Jokic. I don't really care who you think is the best player right now. This is Adam Silver saying that to that caliber of a player. That is unacceptable. Just off delivery alone, that lacks a lot of professionalism that a commissioner of a league should have. Full stop. That is embarrassing, y'all. And let's also get this straight. And for Kathy Engelbert, the commissioner of the WNBA, to believe that Caitlin would not make any money, and to believe that the players owe them the world for getting this new media rights deals done, is absolutely insane. Because what that tells me is she thinks she's the product. That tells me that she belittles the value of players. When in actuality, chat, this is what happened. This is truly what happened. The WNBA was struggling. Full stop. It was struggling. But then the WNBA was gifted a 1996, 1984, 2003 NBA draft class level draft class going into media rights negotiations, followed by a draft class including Paige Beckers, followed by, in 2 years, hopefully, Juju recovers, Juju coming into the league. That is what the WNBA was gifted. And the reason why I say it's gifted, or they're gifted, the reason why I say they're gifted specifically is because this is a league that needed marketing help so bad. They needed players that people would pay to watch on their screens, on their phones, in the stadiums. But those players were not built in the W. Those legacies were not built in the W. Those legacies were built in college. The reason why Caitlin Clark was known, the reason why Caitlin Clark was as blockbuster as she was going into the league was because of college. Her career in Iowa, dominating all those years, multiple Final Four appearances, this, that, and the third, all those records. By the time she got into the W, she was a personality. She was a player that people wanted to follow her journey because they're big Caitlin Clark fans. You know what I'm saying? And purely because of the rules. If a Caitlin Clark fan wanted to see more Caitlin Clark, they would have to watch W games. Full stop. That's not because of the W. That's because of Caitlin. Caitlyn could have went to Unrivaled. If Caitlyn would have stayed in Iowa, those fans would have went where Caitlyn went. That's just the reality of the situation, y'all. That's just the reality of the situation. Same thing with Angel. Obviously, differing degrees. I get it. I know y'all get nasty with Angel and Caitlyn. Same thing with Angel. Same thing with Paige. Those legacies were built in college. And I know this firsthand because I put on my fiance to Caitlin Clark while she was in college. She became a really big Caitlin Clark fan. And by the time Caitlin was done with her college career, as a Caitlin Clark fan who wanted to keep up with her, she was forced to watch the W. And now she's a really big W fan. Like not just a Fever, still a very big Fever fan, but she is a true WNBA fan now. She watches, games from different teams. She knows players from other teams. You know what I'm saying? She's getting into the history and the lore of the game. But Caitlin Clark was that entry point. For other people, for other fans, that's Angel. For other fans, that's Paige. The reality is the W was horrible at building stars. You can even say the same about the NBA. I'm going to be honest with you. The parent company. But the WNBA is horrible at making stars. Full stop. Even when they were gifted Caitlyn, Angel, Paige, there's still some criticism in terms of how they're handling their marketing as it stands right now. As it stands right now. And for them to say that not only would Caitlyn not make money without the W, but the players should be on their knees because of the media rights deal? What? What? This is a partnership. This is a partnership. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're putting this in creator terms, the W is YouTube. The creators are the players. They both need each other. They both need each other, chat. I don't, that's how partnerships work. That's how business works. And you have to have a level of humility. You have to have a level of maturity to understand that you are not successful, especially in team settings, that you yourself are not successful without the people that are working with you. And for the commissioner of the league to be saying shit like that, I ain't gonna lie, that's a fireable. That's a fireable offense. This is actually absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. That's crazy, y'all.
We serve a league that has shown they think championship coaches and Hall of Fame players are dispensable, and that's fine. It's professional sports. But I will not stand quietly by and allow different standards to be applied at the league level. Thank you.
Clock it. Now let me chill. I will say this. I do think, not even to play devil's advocate, because I do think it's true. This is a calculated press conference by Napheesa. This is definitely calculated. For those who don't know as well, because I know my fans, my subscribers are mainly NBA people. The W is about to head into a potential lockout. CBA is up. You know what I'm saying? There was that whole thing about WNBA players wanting, equal pay. That was very controversial at the All-Star game, right? And I fully believe that this is a leverage play. All of this is a leverage play. And I think Napheesa is playing a masterful fucking game. Like, I'm telling you, all of this, from even starting Unrivaled, because I believe she's a founder of Unrivaled. From even starting Unrivaled to this press conference right here, all of this is a calculated move so that when they go to the negotiating table, they got leverage. Number one, we have a completely independent sports league, basketball league that is succeeding. You know what I'm saying? Showing their value. Kind of full stop. This is a player-ran league. Damn near. Right? So showing that, bro, it's not the platform of the W. It's not the league, turning these numbers in. It's the players. It's the players, right? That's one. And two, going into negotiations, and having that quote out there. I mean, hey man, you go ahead and defend that. And funny enough, she actually did try to defend it. Okay, this is from Kendra Andrews. I'm pretty sure the sister of Malika Andrews. The league's response to Napheesa Collier's statements this morning. This is a direct response from Kathy, okay? WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert issued the following statement on Minnesota Lynx Napheesa Collier's comments. I have the utmost respect for Napheesa Collier and for all the players in the WNBA. Together, we have all worked tirelessly to transform this league. My focus remains on ensuring a bright future for the players and the WNBA, including collaborating on how we continue to elevate the game. I am disheartened by how Napheesa characterized our conversation and league leadership, and even when our perspectives differ, my commitment to the players and to this work will not waver. So what I didn't hear was a denial. This last part right here, I'm disheartened by how Napheesa characterized our conversation and league leadership, but even when our perspectives differ. Gang, if you didn't say it, just say you didn't say it. But it sounds like you know for a fact you did say some shit like that, and now you're playing the, but I wasn't saying it like that card. Like, that's weak. That is so weak. The W got some answering to do. Ultimately, the W has some answering to do. They are in big trouble right now. But with that being said, let me know what y'all think about all of this in the comment section down below. But with that being said, I'm out of here. Peace.